Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My dear students, I am Mohammad Abdullah Muhammad Chaudhary, Senior Lecturer, Department of Legal Studies, Milestone College, Uttara Dhaka. Let's go for today's online lecture.
Section 2, Chapter 2. And this is the second lecture of this section, which name is Soil Erosion and its Prevention. First lecture, we talk about the soil erosion, their causes, classification, etc. Today, after watching this lecture, you will be able to understand the topics, which is concepts of soil fertility and productivity, and then ways of maintaining and increasing soil fertility and productivity. Let's start the explanation. First of all, what is soil fertility? That means what do you know about the soil fertility? You can get 1 marks creative knowledge based question in your exam. Soil fertility means, here is the definition where you can say that the capability of soil to supply essential plant nutrient elements as per requirement of a crops or plant is called soil fertility. A soil is considered fertile when it contains all the essential plant nutrients in right proportion. Deficiency of plant nutrients make the soil unfertile. That means when all type of nutrient present in the soil and plant uptake that nutrient from the soil, that is called soil fertility. We know that soil have got all type of nutrients and plant got all type of nutrients from the soil in different formats. So that is why soil fertility means when all type of plant essential plant nutrients present in the soil, that is means the soil have got all type of requirements, that is called soil fertility. So if there is any definition come, then you have to write down first 3 lines, which is the capability of soil to supply essential plant nutrient element as per requirement of a crops or plants is called soil fertility. Next is concept of soil productivity. You can get these questions like what is soil productivity or what do you mean by productivity in your creative knowledge based question for 1 marks as well, which is, if you see the definition where you can write it down in your exam, which is expressed in terms of yield which is affected by fertility, tillage, crops rotation, climate, crop variety. That means when the soil is the capability to produce crop, that is called soil productivity. That means if you see or if you observe that a piece of land produce different type of crop at the expected production, that is called the soil productivity. And definitely it depends on the fertility, tillage, crop rotation, climate, crop variety. So this is the definition of soil productivity. Now I will discuss about the method or the different ways how we maintain this soil fertility and productivity. So let's see about this point. First one is, you have to understand how we increase the soil productivity and what it's all about. Here I write it down: soil fertility is reducing day by day, but to cope up with the increasing population, crops should be produced more. It is both necessary to maintain and increasing soil fertility. In our country, the organic matter is in soil is less than 1%, whereas it should be minimum 5%. That means in the soil, definitely the organic matter should be present in 5%, but in our country that is less than 1%, which is not expect accepted. But day by day our land, that means fertile land, is decreasing due to the increase of the population. So the rest of the land we have to produce more crop for consuming for the people. That is why you have to maintain it in different ways. That is why we have to say that the ways and means of maintaining as well as increasing soil fertility. First point, applying plenty of organic manure. First of all, we have to know that, or we have to understand that what is organic manure. If you have a look here, I put some picture for your consideration, which is, here is the cow dung and the compost. So this is the organic manure. So if we apply more organic manure in the land and mix it up, that organic manure provide, right, the nutrient in the land or in the soil. That is why it will increase the soil fertility. I write it down here. If you have a look, organic manure is better known as the life of soil. It enhances the chemical and physical property of the soil. It also supplies nutrition for the plants for maintaining and increasing soil fertility. Plenty of cow dung, compost, rotten leaf mold, fertilizer, etc. are to be applied to the soil regularly. So if we apply this compost and the cow dung or rotten leaf wastage, this will decompose with the soil and it will increase the fertility. Remember that this natural fertilizer or manure do not have any side effects, whereas if we apply chemical fertilizer, that will more side effects, where this that chemical fertilizer produce toxic substance in the land, in the soil, but organic manure don't have any side effects. That is why scientists always advise that apply organic manure in the land. That will increase your soil fertility. Next one is using balanced fertilizer. That means do not apply excess or more chemical fertilizer in the soil. Always you apply the fertilizer before you have to check the soil which type of nutrient needed for the specific crop. But in our country, maximum farmers are illiterate. That is why they do not or check the nutrient or do not check the soil. That is why they always use the more fertilizer. That will not good for the soil health. That will decrease the soil fertility. That is why always use the balanced fertilizer. Like I said, chemical fertilizer like nitrogen, we can get nitrogen from urea, phosphorus from TSP, potassium from muriate of potash. That means nitrogen nutrient we get from urea, phosphorus nutrient from TSP. Like this, plant absorbs maximum nutrient from soil. As a result, nutrition of soil is decreases. Hence, for normal growth of the plant and excellent productivity, chemical fertilizer used in the soil. On doing this, the next crop of the same land doesn't face any nutrition deficiency. That is why when you apply any type of chemical fertilizer, if that crop is not need that nutrient from that chemical, that nutrient will be do not mix with the soil, so that will be deposit on the soil and make toxic substance. That is why always have to apply balanced fertilizer. Next one is controlling soil erosion. We know that the surface soil have got lots of nutrient for the plant, but we know that as well soil erosion, when soil eroded, that time the surface soil erode from one place to another place. That is why soil lose their maximum nutrient. That is why if we control the soil erosion, then we can manage the soil fertility in different steps. Controlling soil acidity and alkalinity. Here write it down. If you have a look, excessive soil acidity or alkalinity is harmful for most of the crops, but maximum crops can be grown in neutral soil. Excessive acidity or alkalinity reduce the soil productivity power. Steps should be taken for controlling soil acidity and alkalinity. Last previous chapter we talk about the reclamation procedure of soil acidity and alkalinity. That means we know that there are three type of soil according to the soil pH, which is soil acidity, soil alkalinity, and neutral soil. We know that neutral soil is the best for cultivating all type of crop, but some crop produced and give expected production in soil acidity, and some crop in soil alkalinity. So when we got that type of soil, that means soil acidity and alkalinity, if we control that one, that time soil fertility will be increased. So we have to remember the previous chapter lecture as well. Next point is cultivate legume crops. Legume crops means, the example of legume crops is pulse type of crops. If you have a look, this is the root zone of a legume crops. Here you see this is the all type of roots, and here there is a small ball like structure. This is called a nodule, and in this nodule they produce one kind of bacteria which is called rhizobium, and if in this rhizobium they can fix nitrogen from the air. So when we cultivate this type of crop in the land, easily this nitrogen fixed with the soil automatically. That is why if we cultivate this type of crops in the land, they give you a nutrient which is very good for the soil and increase the soil fertility. Moreover, if we get this type of nitrogen, you will not to apply chemical fertilizer which is got nitrogen. So this is very important. I repeat, this is the root zone, pulse or legume type crop, where you can see this is the ball like structure. This is called nodule, and here one kind of bacteria which is name is rhizobium, and this rhizobium got nitrogen, and this rhizobium fix the nitrogen from the air, which is very beneficial for the soil as well as for the plant. Next is adopting crop rotation. That means do not cultivate same crop in the same line, the same land in next season. That means if you cultivate piece of land this season rice, and next season will not cultivate the other rice variety, you can cultivate vegetable, or you can cultivate flower. This is called crop rotation, and it will happen. You can make a plan for 2 or 3 years to maintain the soil fertility. It will increase the soil fertility as well. Next one is proper weeding. So wheat plant is a itself plant, but this is harmful for the crop plant. So we have to remove the wheat plant from the field, then that will increase the soil fertility. Next is cultivating cover crops or natural mulch crops, like you see vegetable like sweet potatoes, alfalfa act as cover crops on land. Soil erosion, removal of plant nutrients from soil can be stopped through cultivating such type of crops. That means if you cultivate cover crop or mulch crops on the land, that will prevent the soil erosion from water and air from the land. That will decrease the nutrient deficiency from the land, which will increase the soil fertility. Then artificial mulching, we can put artificial mulching rather than natural mulching, which is like water hyacinth, then straw, dry straw, decomposed or dry leaf, which can prevent the soil erosion. Even they will maintain the moisture on the soil as well, and definitely it will increase the soil fertility. Then irrigation and drainage. Always remember that irrigation is very very important for the crop production. Even drainage is important for the crop production as well, because the irrigation needed for the betterment of crop production. When they need the water, because all type of nutrient cannot uptake by the plant with the help of water. Same as drainage, maximum crop do not like water stagnant condition. So whenever they need, that time you have to remove the water from the land, because when the water present in the land, that time that land that land loses the nutrient capability. So you have to remove the water from the land and for the plant available the nutrient in for the land as well for the plant. Next is proper land use. Land which is appropriate for a certain crop, only that crop is to be cultivated there. That means we know that in the water stagnant condition we cannot cultivate potato, wheat, groundnut. So that means you can cultivate rice in that land. So if the farmer cultivate water stagnant condition potato in this land, that will be not give you the proper production. So that is why you have to follow the proper land use. Like in the hill tracts area, if you cultivate it, tea in the hill tracts area, that will be good for the production and that will easily increase the soil fertility. Next one is adequate tillage. So excessive tillage by using tractor decrease soil fertility. So nowadays, no tillage, minimum tillage is cheap or contour techniques are used widely. So uh, if you do not need excessive tillage, you do not need to use tractor. So what you should do, you should follow minimum tillage or zero tillage if you can for the crop. That will be increase the soil fertility, because if you use heavy tractor, that will increase the soil erosion from one place to another place. That will not increase the soil fertility. So we have to follow the proper tillage operation. Now, difference between soil fertility and soil productivity. What will be the soil fertility and soil productivity? Before we talk about different type of soil productivity and soil fertility, we know a little bit about the soil fertility. Now I give you the details, difference about the soil fertility and soil productivity. Here you see, this side is left hand side is soil fertility and right hand side is soil productivity. If you see, soil fertility is a natural quality and soil productivity achieved quality. That means you cannot 100% change soil fertility because this is natural and God gifted. If you see the definition, we already see that, which is expressed in terms of plant nutrient quantity, proportion and balance of various elements, where you see expressed in terms of yield, which is affected by fertility, tillage operation, crop rotation, climate, crops and variety, which I already discussed in previous couple of slides regarding soil fertility and soil productivity. Next is, fertility soil may not be productive, but a productive soil must be fertile. This point is very, very important. Sometimes in your creative question, you can get this type of questions like fertile soil may not be productive, but a productive soil must be fertile one. Then you get to what you should do write. You have to write down the definition and you have to give the explanation, which is, for example, if I give you uh, one water is stagnant condition land, that means water maximum time deposit on land about 5 to 3 months. So if you cultivate groundnut on that land, you will not get expected production, because we know that groundnut are underneath the soil near the root zone. So after 2 months later, you cannot say that that land is not fertile because you select the wrong crop for that land. But if you cultivate rice on that water stagnant condition, where about 3 to 4 months water deposit on the land, you can see you can get better production. So that is why you say that now you can say that that soil is fertile. So this is happening. So you can say fertile soil may not be productive, but a productive soil must be fertile. But when you see a land give you best production, definitely that soil is fertile. So this is the main difference, and you can explain like this in the exam. Next point is control mainly due to the presence of PNS, mainly due to the climate and crop management. PNS means plant nutrient elements. So this soil fertility mainly controlled by the nutrient, but here mainly controlled by the climate and crop management. Next point is can be increased through proper soil management. If you do the proper soil management, then the soil fertility will be increased. But here can be increased through crop management. If you do the proper crop management, then cross soil productivity will be increased. Otherwise, it will decrease. Measures through analyzing quality of PNES, which is plant nutrient elements. So when you want to measurement the soil fertility, then you have to definitely analyze the plant nutrient elements. But here measures through analyzing crop production. So easily you can calculate the crop production. If you see one piece of land, if they produce more, that means that soil is productive. If that is not produce more, that means that soil is not productive. Next point is does not vary much due to season. So soil fertility do not vary due to the season, but soil productivity greatly vary due to season. Next is less concerned in agriculture. Soil fertility, that means fertility do not regarding or do not concern about the agriculture, but productivity concerned in agriculture. So this difference is very important. You can get this difference for 2 marks, 3 marks, and 4 marks in the creative exam. So this is all about today's lecture. You can get this type of CQ question as well, like explain the ways and means of maintaining as well as increasing soil fertility for 4 marks.
Thank you very much, my dear students, for watching today's online lecture. If you face any problem, contact your subject teacher. They must help you. Thank you very much.